So for the last, I don't know how long it's been, year and a half, maybe more. I've been trying to, enlighten you on narcissism and encourage you to not seek narcissistic behavior, but acknowledge narcissistic behavior. See it for the poison and the corruption it really is. And oh man, let me tell you, in the past 24 hours, the level of narcissism I've seen. Oh man! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Um, so Trump won, as we all know. Oh, the liberals have gone batshit crazy. So let's start off in one of the beginning things that I've seen. Most of Hillary's voters, or a large portion of them, were the social justice warriors, the Bernie Sanders supporters, the feminists, so on and so forth. You can argue that if you want, but let's be honest. These people stand for equal rights for everybody, treat everybody how they should be treated, don't disrespect people, let people have their own opinions and rights. And now that their candidate lost, they're online calling everybody racist, bigots, misogynists, morons, retards. Name it, name it, name it, name it, name it. So they're sitting there practicing the exact tactics that they preach against. Huh. That reminds me of somebody. Several people. All narcissists. Say, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. But if I do it, no, that's okay. That's okay if I do it. That's okay if I do it. Not only that, the level of emotional aggression when they say these things that you can just tell. It's narcissistic rage. It's narcissistic rage. It's the narcissist that didn't get their way. And they freak out. And they don't know what to do because they didn't get their way. They scream and yell and stomp their feet like a 5-year-old fucking child, expecting that's going to change something. You know? And all these people called Trump supporters the deplorables. Practice what you preach, you double standard fucks. What's so hard about that? Sit here on your pretend moral high horse saying that you're so much better than everybody and you love everyone, but then the next day you're sitting here spewing more hate than I've seen in years? Hmm. Hmm. That's you know that's interesting. That's interesting how that works. And then you have the very same people that said we don't want Trump elected because he represents hate and he's going to ruin our country and we love our country. Fair enough. I'll take that opinion. Then the next day, again, in a fit of narcissistic rage because you didn't get what you wanted, you're out rioting, protesting, and burning the American flag on the streets. Wait, but I thought you loved this country. Huh. Huh. That's that's interesting how that works. I'm not quite sure how to figure that one out yet. Actually, no, I know exactly what it means. And then I got a message today of somebody that was basically explaining to me that people were telling, it was a female, so I'll just say her, people were telling her uh, that it offended them that she voted for Trump. It offended them. And she should be mindful of that. It's offensive that you voted for him, and you should be mindful of that. What? 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 Okay. Touche on her part. She responded, "Well, it offends me that you voted for Hillary, so I'm offended by that." So, what do you, oh man, the narcissism in the past 24 hours has just been an explosion. Forget who was a better candidate. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the narcissism that I see from these people. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see much narcissism coming from Trump supporters. I mean, maybe it's because they won, maybe if they lost, it'd been a different story, but holy fuck shit, the entitlement, the double standards, the narcissistic rage, it's the whole gamut that you see here just flooding everywhere. And then the lack of this is another narcissistic trait. They'll sit there and argue, but they're not actually making any points. They're not making any logical, factual points. They're just arguing out of emotion. It's just it's not people saying I believe Hillary is better because X, Y, and Z. It's it's just arguing out of sheer emotion, just sheer bullshit, sheer crap. It's no actual intellectual content. It's just arguing for the sake of argument, which we all know is complete narcissistic bullshit too. We all know that. We've all been there. We've all dealt with that before. It's sickening the level of narcissism I see and the double standards and the you know, ugh. Talk about deplorable. That shit is deplorable. So it's clear that we have a large narcissism has gone a lot bigger than we thought. These people that think they can stomp their feet and cry and get their way is becoming a very, very big problem. And then another thing that I want you to watch that was actually, I think it was several months ago, but this blew my mind, the level of narcissism in it. Now that you're educated on the subject and you know what you're looking for, search YouTube for SJW, that stands for Social Justice Warrior, SJW Meltdown Yale University. We probably don't even need to put university in it, just SJW Meltdown Yale. Oh my God. This was like the perfect representation of narcissism I could have ever shown somebody. No reasoning in their arguments, no respect, complete double standards, obvious, just huge sense of entitlement. It blew my mind. And watch that video, and this is exactly what I'm saying all day today. This narcissism has become a way, way bigger problem than I actually thought. That's more concerning to me than any presidential candidate ever will be. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it is what it is.